Alright, now we're working on K10, and we're going to be solving advanced linear inequalities. Basically, that just means that we're going to use everything that we've learned thus far about solving inequalities. Remember, the process is the same as solving equalities, so if you did okay in J's, you should be okay in the K's. Didn't mean to make it rhyme, but it did. Pretty good, Miss Clark. Alright, so we're going to solve for J, and what we see here is that we need to get J alone, which means we need to look at what's going on here. We have J, some number J minus 5, that whole result is divided by 13. Well, since the whole result is divided by 13, then I have to multiply the entire term by 13. And that's because I want to get this 13 out of the denominator. So 13 times 1 is 13, which is less than or equal to, well, this 13 and this 13 divide into each other, and that equals 1. So we're left with J minus 5. And then we just do everything as usual. I'm going to add 5 to both sides of the inequality. And I have 18 is less than or equal to J, which is the same as saying J is greater than or equal to 18. You can switch it around this way, just make sure that your symbols face the correct way. So we have J is greater than or equal to 18. Alright, then we've got 3 multiplied by the quantity of R plus 20 is less than 6. Well, there's two ways that you can do this one, but I'm just going to show you the way that you guys are used to. I'm going to distribute the 3 to both sides of the, both terms, excuse me. So I've got 3R plus 60 is less than 6. I'm going to subtract 60 from both sides of the inequality. And I've got 3R, 60 minus 60 is 0, is less than, well, 60 minus 6 is 54, but the 60 is larger, so it's going to be negative 54. We're going to divide by 3 on both sides of the inequality sign, so R therefore will be less than, let's see, 3 goes into 5 once. That leaves 2. 3 goes into 24 8 times. So R would be less than negative 18. Alright, and we're going to do it again. So we've got 4 multiplied by the quantity of 4W plus 20, excuse me. And that's greater than or equal to 8. So I'm going to distribute the 4 to the W and 4 to the 20. 4 times W is 4W. 4 times 20 is 80. Greater than or equal to 8. I'm going to subtract 80 from both sides of the inequality. And I've got 4W, 80 minus 80 is 0, is greater than or equal to, well, 80 minus 8 is 72, and again, my number is going to be negative because the 80 is negative, and it's the larger number. And then I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides of the inequality sign. So I've got W is greater than or equal to 4 goes into 7 once, 4 goes into 32 8 times. So we've got that negative 18 again. So we've got W is greater than or equal to negative 18. Alright, and now we've got 3 times T plus 7 is less than or equal to 18. So we've got 3 multiplied by T and then 3 multiplied by 7. So 3T plus 21 is less than or equal to 18. I want T alone, so I'm going to subtract 21 from both sides of the inequality so that I can start isolating the T or getting it by itself. 18 minus 21 is negative 3. I'm going to divide by 3 on both sides of the inequality. I'm left with T is less than or equal to negative 1. Now I've got 2 multiplied by T minus 14 is greater than 10. I'm going to distribute. So I've got 2 times t is 2t. 2 times negative 14 is negative 28, which is greater than 10. Again, I want to isolate the t, so I'm going to move by opposite operations to 28. I'm going to add 28 to both sides of the inequality. And I've got 2t is greater than 38. Divide by 2 on both sides of the inequality. T is greater than 19. Alright, so our next one is u plus 14. That whole quantity divided by 3, and it is less than negative 1. Now keep in mind, we're talking about whatever u is, the result of that, dividing that answer by negative 3. So because we're talking about this whole two terms together, we're going to multiply this entire two terms by negative 3. We're going to multiply the other side by negative 3. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is positive 1, and I've got u plus 14 is less than negative 1 multiplied by negative 3 is positive 3. If I want u alone, I'm going to subtract 14 from both sides of the inequality. And I've got u is less than negative 11. What happened here? I forgot. Remember I told you guys not to forget? I forgot. I was supposed to flip the sign. Why? Hopefully you caught it. Because I multiplied by a negative number. I'm going to give myself another shot. How about you? I hope you do. I hope you don't just give up and quit. So the correct answer is u is greater than negative 11. That's what happens when you start going too fast, which is what I was doing, to be honest with you. All right, so remember, solve for your variable, use inverse operations to undo the inequality. Be sure to do the same operations on both sides. In the first step, you'll multiply both sides by the negative number. Be sure, right here, to reverse the direction, which I did not do. Let's go ahead and do another one. Hopefully they'll give me another chance. I think they just did. So, we've got 2. W minus 4. Oh, that's a negative 2. Is greater than or equal to negative 4. So I've got negative 2 times W is negative 2W. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. And that is greater than or equal to negative 4. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides of the inequality. And I've got negative 2W is greater than or equal to negative 12, because both of the signs are the same, so I just add them together and keep the sign. I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides of the inequality, and I'm left with W, flip the sign, is less than or equal to 12 divided by 2 is 6. So therefore negative 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. So this time I'm sure I'm right, because I remembered the very thing I told you not to forget, which is to flip that sign. Yay, me. Okay. I think we can do a few more. Maybe they'll give me another chance at the other one. So we've got j minus 12 divided by 2 is less than or equal to 1. I'm going to multiply both sides of the inequality by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I have 1j minus 12 less than or equal to 2. Add 12 to both sides of the inequality, and I've got j is less than or equal to 14. Okay, I think this is finally the one I've been looking for. I'm going to put a box here because I think I'm running out of room. So I've got negative 2 less than or equal to negative 1 multiplied by b plus 16. So I've got negative 2, I know, I got it, negative b minus 16. I'm going to add 16, and I've got negative 2 plus 16 is positive 14, less than or equal to negative b. Well, I know I have to divide this by negative 1 because I don't want negative b, I want positive b. So b, remember Miss Clark, flip the sign, is, let's see, negative 14 is greater than or equal to b. So I flipped the sign. Alrighty. I tell you what, let's call it quits on this one. We'll go ahead and pick up on K11.